Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Daisy on behalf of the Cambridge Biomedical Campus. So please go and check out their YouTube channel. That's the Cambridge Biomedical Campus YouTube, and they upload the live classes onto the YouTube channel. So if you want to practice in between, I'm here every other Wednesday. And like I said, if you want to practice in between, go and check out their YouTube channel. Now, if you're new to yoga or new to my classes and the way that I teach, please take it easy. I always say to new students that to keep it really simple, just nothing should hurt. So if you find yourself in a position where the body is telling you that it's uncomfortable, that you've gone too far, or there's any pain or pinching, please take responsibility and just adapt. Yoga is not about what it looks like. Yoga is about how it feels. So keep that in mind as you move through today's class. We're going to loosely focus on spinal twists today and releasing hip flexors. So the hip flexors run across the top part of the thigh. When these areas are tight, they pull the back forward, giving you a problematic lower back. So I've done this class because one of my students has got issues with her lower back. So we're just trying to release some of the hip flexor so that they can release the lower back. So again, there will be a couple of low lunges. So if you've got any issues with your knees, have a jumper, a cushion, something you can put under your knees, or you can always double up your mat. You just don't want the mind focused on any discomfort, because then it's unable to focus on the breath. And yoga is all about training your mind to follow the inhales and exhales of the breath. So anything disrupting that, pay attention to what it might be. So if you find yourself holding your breath, again, think about what pose you're in, why you might need to be holding your breath, and see whether you can adjust it. And I think that's everything. We always begin and end with breath work. So find your way to a comfortable seated position. Doesn't have to be cross-legged at all. You could have your legs extended out the front and then resting the palms face down or face up if you're feeling energetic today. Elbows in towards the rib cage. This allows the heart center to very subtly lift up. If you find yourself pushing out through the ribs, draw your tummy button back, tailbone down. And this will help you to be seated without support. So very good for the body. Close your eyes. Start with some big inhales and exhales. So not doing anything technical, just taking some nice full breaths. So just observing the quality of your breath today, noticing the weight of the body pressing down onto the mat. Giving you that brief opportunity just to check in with yourself, how you're feeling, your energy levels today, and how you may want to tailor your practice. Some days you might be feeling energetic, and other days you may just want to be together in these spaces. We're going to run through 7 rounds of what's called 4-7-8. So that is inhaling through the nose for 4, holding the breath for 7, and exhaling for 8. Now, the idea is not only to improve your ability to take long duration breaths, but the body feels safe when you do long exhales. So again, they're the things we're trying to look for. To begin this practice, exhale everything away. Inhale for 4. Hold the breath, 7. Exhale through the nose for 8. Inhale 4. Hold 7. Exhale 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 8. Last one. Inhale 4. Hold for 7. And then exhale everything away for 8. Gently flicking open your eyes. So please bring yourself to all fours. Make sure your knees are comfortable. I just need to turn off my very noisy fridge. Hold on 1 second. I thought I'd already done that. So making your way to all fours, as I said, make sure you're comfortable under the knees. Palms are going to press down. So these are 2 poses. One is called cow pose and one is called cat pose. What we're wanting to do is get this movement in the lower part of the back. So you're going to hear the instruction: tailbone up, face up, tailbone down, face down. So just be aware that that's the part of the back that we're wanting to keep healthy, as well as the top part of the arm and the chest, lengthening the spine forward. So tailbone tilts up to the ceiling, the belly hangs down a tiny bit, turn the biceps in, and then press the hands down. As you inhale, lift chest and chin, lengthening spine forward. This is cow pose. And then when you want to exhale, you drop chin to chest, elbows out to the side, tailbone goes down, and tummy button draws up. So cat pose. Couple more. Inhale, tailbone up, face up. And exhale, tailbone down, face down. Really push the hands down, really puff those shoulder blades. 1 more. Inhale, tailbone up, face up. And exhale, tailbone down, face down. Bring yourself back to a neutral spine. So have enough space between your knees and your hands. I often see some students with their hands right by their knees. Now we need enough space for our spine to twist. We're going to repeat and then hold. So press your left hand into the mat and release your right arm up to the ceiling. Looking up at the thumb, inhale. And then exhale, thread this hand through. Notice your natural spinal twist. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, thread through. And now inhale, arm up. This time you reach as far as you can go and place the back of the hand, side of the shoulder and head down onto the mat. So you need to try and relax. Walk your left hand to the top center of the mat. So you press your fingertips into the mat, and this controls the intensity of your twist. Eventually, you look underneath this underarm up towards the ceiling. So that's where you're kind of headed. Keep your eyes just blankly staring and soft. Connect to the breath. And then for those of you who want to add balance, tuck up the left toes and straighten the left leg. You'll notice the weight shifts right over to this right side. So you need to press the back of the hand and forearm down, as well as trying to float this top leg up. If you're taking this option, hold for 3, or you can be with your leg down. It's up to you. Breathe for 2. Find stability in your pose by keeping your eyes still for 1. And now bring the leg down, bend the knee. Everyone, drag your hand in front of your face, press the hand down, release this right shoulder, and end again on that tiny twist. Hand down, reset through the knees and push yourself back to child's pose. See if you can have your bum pushing quite strongly to the heel of the foot. And this will lengthen and broaden the lower part of the back. So it's a good pose if you have any issues with your lower back and you've just got a few minutes on your own. Child's pose is a good one for that. And now we will do the other side. Bring yourself back up to all fours when you're ready. Make sure you have enough gap between the knees and the hands. And this time you press your right hand down into the mat. Release left arm up, looking up, inhale. Again, notice that natural spinal twist. As you exhale, thread the hand through. Inhale, bring the arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Moving with the flow of your breath. Last one, inhale, arm up. And exhale, reaching as far as you can before placing back of hand, side of shoulder and head down. Walking that right hand to the top center, pressing those fingertips into the mat. You want the elbow kind of up towards the ceiling. Again, you're heading for looking underneath this underarm eventually when you have a good enough twist. For those of you adding balance, tuck the right toes and straighten the right leg. Take your time. If you go too quickly, you're just going to fall straight over. So start by pressing the back of the hand down, side of the shoulder, and you float this top leg up. Doesn't matter how high it is. It matters about whether you can find some stability and then whether you've got your leg up or down. Hold for 3. Breathe 2. Looking fantastic on screen. 1 more. Leg down, bend the knee. Everyone, right hand in front of the face. Press it down, release that left shoulder, ending again on that tiny twist as you reach up. And then hand down, push back, child's pose. Take a breath or so. Gently lift the face, look between the thumbs, spread the fingers wide. As you hinge your body up over the wrists, tuck up the toes, then activate the feet and hinge back. See if you can keep the weight back off the wrists as you lift the hips up for down dog. Arm in line with ears, feet either hip width apart or wider, or if you're more advanced, big toes together. Knees can be soft, tailbone up, hands push into the mat, broaden the shoulders, and see if you can take a couple of breaths. And then bend both knees, look forward, and walk your feet towards your hands. When you get there, lift the face, look forward, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, head to knee, bend the knees if you need to, fold. Then lift up the face. If you've got space, circle the arms up with the face coming up last. If not, roll yourself up like a rag doll. And then hands to heart center, palms forward, Tadasana. Rest if you need to. You don't have to do all of the poses. You just only have to do what you can today. So we're going to be doing some sun salutations with some hip warm-ups. Again, including tiny twists as well. So when you're ready, and if you have space, circle arms up, inhale. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, lift the face, look forward. Press the hands, walk the legs back, high plank. Knees down, bend the elbows in towards your rib cage as you lower down pelvis, belly, chest for chaturanga. Press the hands down, roll shoulders up and back, cobra. Tuck the toes, bum back, lift the hips, and you're back to down dog. Hold 3. You could do tiny pulses through the shoulders, or maybe pressing one heel down and then the other, depending on where you feel stiff, or maybe rotating to one side and the other to include the side of the body. One more big breath in and out. bend the knees, look forward, step or lift up the hips and jump to the top of the mat. Always when we get here, we look forward, halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Keep that length, use that breath. Exhale, head to knee. Remember, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. And then inhale, release the fingertips, circle arms back up. And exhale, Tadasana. Take a breath in, mountain pose. When you're ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, lengthen forward halfway. Press the hands, step or jump the legs back, high plank. Knees down, chaturanga is low plank. And then roll the shoulders, lifting upper chest. Cobra, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and you're back to your down dog. Take a breath. When you're ready, right leg up and sweep your right foot to your right hand. Look forward. So I'm doing tiny adjustments because, again, I know my body quite well, so I know what messages and what feels right for me. So I'm just doing tiny micro movements, and then I'm going to pause. I'm going to heel toe my front foot to the edge of the mat and take my hands on the inside of the front foot. If it becomes too much, put your back knee down, although that is quite a strong stretch as well. So press your left hand, lift up your right arm and look up. Inhale. See if you can bring your forearm on the inside of this front knee and exhale, look down. So it doesn't have to touch the floor. We're just working out the hips. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, forearm down. Inhale, arm up. And exhale, forearm down. See if you can hold for 3. Focus on the hips if you can. Keep the back thigh active and lifted. 2. Keep the face and eyes soft. And then on one arm up, bring your hand down. Really press the hands and step that leg back. High plank, knees down. Feet flat back. Lower down your pelvis first, then your belly, and then your chest. Chaturanga. Roll the shoulders. Open heart center. Cobra. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Down dog. Now you may well feel your right hand side. So just smile. Breathe into that right hip. So just let it go. And now we'll do the other side. Left leg up. Left foot to left hand. Looking forward, getting that length, finding that feeling through the feet. Heel toe that front foot to the edge of the mat, taking both hands on the inside of this front leg. And then press the right hand, sweep left hand up. Inhale. Forearm down on the inside, exhale. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, forearm down. Look down, hold 3. Keep that back thigh lifted. Remember, I'm just guiding you. You don't have to hold for this long if you can't. 2. 1. Arm up, inhale. Press the hand down, release that leg, knees down, exhale. Chaturanga, all the way to your belly. Maybe pausing here, releasing your wrists if they hurt at all, smiling again if it became too intense. And then when you're ready, roll the shoulders up and back, tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're back in your down dog. Flow the breath up and down the spine for 3. Keep a soft bend in the knee. Push the tailbone to the ceiling as the hands press into the mat. 2. 1. Soften both knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Halfway inhale. Head to knee, exhale, fold. Inhale, circle arms very slowly up. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Pausing in Tadasana, take a breath. Having your feet either together or hip width apart, push the tailbone back. As you bend at the knees, sweep arms up for Utkatasana, chair pose. From here, we're not holding, don't worry. Take a big inhale. Head to knee, exhale, fold. Halfway lengthen, inhale. Step or jump, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Elbows into ribcage, not out to the side. Rolling shoulders up again for Cobra. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Find that distance through your hands and your feet and then pause. Right leg up. Right foot to the top of the mat. Looking forward. Back heel down. Press both feet down as you transition slowly up. Warrior one. This time bring your fingertips above your head. Look up. Have 90 on the front knee. Soften the face. Tiny broadening of the shoulders. And hold for 2. Just breathe into the heart center. It's a lovely day today. It's good to be alive. 1. Slowly look forward, lift up the back heel, and then release hands to the mat. Pressing hands into the mat, releasing that leg, high plank, knees down. Chaturanga. If it's too fast or too intense, pause or rest when you need to, remember. Cobra. Tuck the toes, down dog. Left leg up. Left foot to the top of the mat. Looking forward, back heel down. Press the feet down, transition up, warrior one. Left side, same thing, you want 90 on the front knee. Fingers touch together in prayer above the head. Looking up, focus the eyes. Breathe into the heart center. 2. 1. Look forward. Reach those prayer hands forward and then release them to the mat. High plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. And this time we're going to see if we can bend at the knees and come to child's pose. So pushing bum to the heel of the foot, rest the forehead, close the eyes, hold for 2. For 1. And then lift the face, look forward, spread the fingers, hinge the body up, tucking up the toes, hinge the body back, hips lift up, and you're back into your down dog pose. Take a breath. Look forward, step or walk your feet to the top of the mat. Pressing the toes, lengthen belly and chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, head to knee. Bend the knees, release the fingertips. See if you can circle arms back up to Utkatasana, chair pose. Yeah, that was my bad. I changed my mind at the last minute. Straighten the legs, hands to heart center. Palms forward, Tadasana. Shake it off if there's any tension. Now the next one is balance. If you struggle with balance, never skip it out. But you could either position something near you to hold on to, or you could just take your time. So remember, balancing is just hovering your big toe above the mat. If all else fails, that's what you can be practicing. Now, what we're about to do is eagle bind with the arms and legs. It's very challenging. There are a couple of things that might help. So if you find that when you bend both knees, you're going to see my dog in a minute. Well, if you bend both knees and lift up one leg, and when you cross the knees, you bring the entire hip around, then don't take that option. Instead, turn your big toes in. What I'm doing here is rotating the hip joint sockets. And then from this position, you can bend your knees and see if you can hook knees and feet. Other options that I see people do is pigeon. Or, I mean, I see a lot. I see some people doing this. I saw someone this morning doing this. Which is fair enough. As long as it doesn't hurt, remember it's about how it feels. To do this pose, you are going to have to test your balance, which means you're going to have to stare and just keep blankly staring and just focus on the breath. Bring the arms alongside shoulders. Take your your right elbow under your left, fingertips up to ceiling, hands together. So if you can't do eagle bind, I would suggest you do this. Alternatively, this. So if you can't do this one, some people do this. Again, figure it out. Make sure that there is an ability to squeeze, because that's going to help you to balance. So lifting up the elbows in line with the shoulders, push the forearms away and gently squeeze them together. When you are ready, slowly lift up right knee. Cross the knees, hook the foot, sit down. Hold 3. Strong breaths here. This is very hard, looking so good. 2. Try not to move your head or your eyes. 1. Challenge yourself to slowly come back to high knee. And then leg down, hands separate first. And then as you sweep the hands down to the floor, inhale, slowly bring arms up. And then you exhale, as you sweep them down, you take the left elbow under the right, fingertips up, hands together, catch your breath. Making sure your big toes are turned in if you need that option, or feet are parallel if you can do it the other way. Find something to stare at, elbows lift, push the forearms away, squeeze them together, find stability, and then lifting up left knee. Crossing the knees, hooking the foot, sitting down. Hold 3. 2. 1. Nearly lost my balance. 1. Very slowly come up to high knee. Leg down. Hands separate. Bring the arms down first as you inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, palms forward, Tadasana. Don't know about you, but that was intense on my shoulders, so I'm just going to roll my shoulders in big circular movements and then give them a couple of shakes. So if you manage to get 1, 2, or 3 breaths, then well done. Imagine it's your entire body weight on one tiny little ankle. So that's why it's about the balance, which is in the brain between the ears. Come to the top of the mat. Got some challenging things for you today. I don't know how well it's going to translate online, but I do know most of you and your abilities. So again, if you find something really challenging or abnormal, it's because I tailor my classes to people who regularly come. So just keep coming back and do your best with a smile on your face. When you're ready, arms up, inhale. Soften, exhale, fold. Lengthen, look forward. Press the hands, extend the legs, high plank. Knees down for chaturanga, all the way to your belly. Cobra, lift up. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. From this down dog, right leg up. Sweep right foot to the top of the mat. Look forward. And then you're going to very slowly lower down the back knee. Flatten the back foot. The idea, so you don't have to have fingertips on the floor. They could be on yoga blocks. They could be up on your knee. What you're wanting to do here is think about the pelvis, so the groin area, and that area is softening down. And again, in yoga, everything is so subtle. So when I say pelvis softens to the floor, obviously it doesn't actually get there. It's just that's the idea, is that we're just having slightly more softness here while the legs are active. And breathe now into the hips. So try and find something that's comfortable. Tell the body to relax. Otherwise, having an awkward stretch, I think, is the worst. And then breathe into all of these areas that you can feel lengthening as we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, push the bum back a bit, press the hands and bring knees together. Push back, child's pose. You'll feel your hips are screaming at you. So you kind of soften the corners of the eyes like you're about to smile and just send your body some love as you breathe into that area. Couple of breaths here. Lift the face, bring yourself back up. Tucking toes, leaning forward, then leaning back, lifting up the hips to down dog. From down dog, left leg up. Left foot to the top of the mat, looking forward again to get that length from tailbone to crown of the head. Taking your time as you lower down this back knee and flatten this back foot. Same thing, tiny adjustments that you might need to make. Finding that place where you can hold. Hands either on the floor, on a yoga block, or high up on the knee. And then focus. You could close your eyes. We're going to hold here for 5. Just breathe into all that strength and length and opening. 4. 3. 2. 1. Depending where your hands are, push the bum back a tiny bit. See if you can drop the head, bring knees together, push yourself back, extended child's pose. Rest the forehead, close the eyes, allow the body to kind of collapse. Take a couple of big inhales and exhales all around that hip area. When you're ready, lift the face, hinge the body forward, tuck up the toes. Hinge back, lift up, down dog. Take a breath. Right leg up. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left knee down, left foot flat back. As you bring yourself up, pressing this front heel, bring yourself up to low lunge. Hands to prayer or hands to hips, because I'm going to just talk you through a couple of things. So you saw that the one we did just now was a deep, almost collapsy type lunge. People love these ones, but actually they don't create a lot of strength. So the active one is to have 90 on the front knee, bum. Normally people are here, so you bring your bum back over the back knee. You can move this front foot, don't get stuck on your mat. And then from here, you want to squeeze the bum cheeks together, and hopefully what you feel when you squeeze the glutes, and maybe if I can demo, if I squeeze my bum now, you see what it does? Brings my tummy button back, tailbone down, and now I can feel my hip flexor screaming. For it to be slightly more intense, if that's not intense enough, you slightly lean forward without moving the legs. And you should feel, so the pelvis moves forward a tiny bit and it increases that stretch. Take a breath into this area, keep the eyes smiling, otherwise it's too intense for the body. One more breath here. Release hands to prayer. Now, This is going to be a challenge. Your hips are warm, but you wouldn't have done this with me before. So just, I mean, you've done the poses, but you haven't done it in this order. So you're going to lift up the belly button and rotate belly, chest, and face to the right. You're going to lean forward and you're going to get just the tip of the elbow on the outer of the leg and you press it and you bring your chest around. So you get all of this space coming around. Look over the back shoulder, hold 3, 2, 1. Very slowly, and the reason you're doing it slowly is because if you get a message saying this is too much, back off. So you start to slowly straighten the front leg. Take a breath or 2. Bend the front knee. Tuck up the back toes. Lift up the back knee. Hold 3, 2. Cool, that's too much. I'm not holding for 3. So after 2, straighten that front leg. When I say straighten, that's just a guide. You do not just automatically straighten the leg. Yeah, I know it's very hard. Just smile. You're going to get very hot, but we're nearly finished. Bend the back knee, hop the foot in, and then see if you can bring feet together. Straighten the legs. My class this morning were laughing so much. Now look down at your right foot. Lift the heel up. That may just be where you are today. Some of you may well be able to start to lift the whole leg off the floor, at which point I hold the leg and release the hand. And I can feel my hip pinching a bit, so I'm just going to straighten that leg and come out. Very well done. So before you do the other side, I will just show you what you've just done. So you've done here, holding, you've straightened, taken a breath or so, you've gone forward, you've lifted and held, then you come in, straighten the legs, and then you come up. Very hard. And again, I've thrown it in just because we've warmed the hips up so much, we may as well challenge ourselves. When you're ready, if you're ready, let's do the other side. So make your way into down dog. So all that's coming to mind right now is my right hip area is almost laughing because that's the only area that I can feel. It's almost like I've loosened something. So we're going to even that feeling up by doing the other side. Left leg up, left foot to the top of the mat, looking forward, back knee down. Flatten the foot, bring yourself up to low lunge. As soon as you come up, activate those glutes, core, hands to prayer. Take a breath. From here, when you're ready, press the hands together, lift the elbows, inhale, lift up the belly, rotate belly, chest and face to the left, pausing, leaning forward, tip of elbow to tip of knee, pressing strongly. Rotate, look over the back shoulder, hold for 3, 2, and allow this front knee to cave into center. Keep pushing the knee against the arm to keep you in that rotation. 1. Very slowly see if you can straighten that front leg. Take a breath. Bend the front knee. Take another breath. Tuck up the back toes. Take another breath. Lift up the back knee. See if you can hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly straighten that front leg. Take a breath. Bend the knee again. Take another breath. Soften that back knee, hop the foot halfway. And then feet together. Maybe straightening the legs. Take a breath. Looking down at the left foot, lift up the left heel. Remember, you could just stay here or keeping that connection of elbow to knee. You slowly see if you can lift up this left knee, switch on the right glute, and then maybe release hands and sweep the other one back. Again, I've got pinching in my hips, so I'm coming straight out. And I think I know why I've got pinching in my hips. I didn't have that this morning. So I think, so make your way out just so that you can see. I think what's happening, and I see this in lots of my students now, we've got such a good ability now that people are doing the rotations like this. So the whole body is almost squashed, and then it creates some pinching in the hip. So what I've been trying to tell students to do is, if you look at the difference, so this is kind of full pose, but if we're thinking about space, wouldn't it be better if I press, lift up, and have space? So instead of kind of crunched here, I'm higher with this lengthening, lifting action. I think that might be what's just happened to my hips. But anyway, shake it off. Again, these are the ways that you can be curious about what's going on. Instead of being like, oh, that hurt, never doing that again. It's like, what's going on? Why is that pinching? Why couldn't I do that properly? Shake it off, come to the top of the mat. Woo! So out of breath. Okay. Arms up, inhale. Release, head to knee, exhale. Inhale halfway. Step or jump to high plank. Knees down for chaturanga. Cobra lift up. Tuck the toes, down dog. From this down dog, walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees. Slowly roll yourself up. Lift up hands, lift up heels. Squeeze the tummy button back to spine. Soften the shoulders. Take a breath. If you have good stability, take another one. And then slowly lower down the heels, hands to heart center, palms forward, Tadasana. Now, in my in-person class today, we did a yoga flow that you can't replicate online. So instead, what I'm going to do, as we've just done all of this hip stuff, we can put it into practice with foot out to the front, foot out to the side, foot into tree pose. Again, if you struggle with balance, have the back of a chair, wall, sofa nearby, but do not skip out balance. If you're terrible at balancing, you would hover your big foot, big toe even. I mean, you might have a big foot as well, but you hover it for as long as you can, and then you put it down, and then you repeat. So that's for a complete beginner. Hands on hips, everyone, feet together. See if you can bend the right knee and then lift the right knee up. Keep the eyes focused straight ahead. Take right hand to right knee. Press that thigh to belly. If you have stability, without looking down, grab the big toe. Some of you may well be able to start to see if you can straighten the front leg. Some of you may well go to do that and it either destabilizes your balance, or your hamstring on the back of the thigh tells you that is too intense, in which case you bend the leg again. So you're either straight leg, bent leg, holding the knee, hovering the foot. Hold 3. So this pose is called Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. 2. 1. If your leg is straight, bend the leg. Keep holding on, either kneecap or big toe. Open the hip. So you see the rest of my body doesn't change. I'm not moving my pelvis. I'm isolating this leg and hip. Release left hand, spread the fingers. Very slowly, see if you can straighten the leg. Maybe you bend. Maybe like me, you keep getting pinching in your flipping hips. So whatever option you've got, bent leg, holding kneecap, holding big toe. See if you can breathe high up into the heart center for 3, 2, 1. Bend the leg, grab the ankle, heel to top of thigh or calf. Left thumb, heart center. Press the thumb into the heart center. Press the heel only into the thigh. See if your hand becomes light. And then press the hands together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tree pose. Wow, if you made that, that's 3 poses, one after the other, yet again, which means I'm advancing you without asking. So if you don't make it, you don't worry. If you do make it, you're like, wow, there's a way I can track my progression. Because last year, there's no way I would have even taught that. So very well done. Don't be afraid to move your arms around. We're only going to stay here for a couple more breaths before we do the other side. I love tree pose. It's not done enough. When you feel any aching or uncomfortableness, hands pressed together, lift the foot off, leg to center, leg down, release the palms forward, Tadasana. You'll feel slightly uneven because you've only done one side. Shake it off. Comes my dog again. My dog is going from the chair to the sofa, to the chair to the sofa. I don't know what he's up to. Other side when you're ready. Hands on hips. Left knee up or big toe hovering off the floor. Squeeze the standing leg glutes. This will align this side of the body. When you've got that stability, left hand, left knee. Press that thigh high up if you can, without looking for the big toe. Maybe some of you can take hold of it with the peace fingers. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes staring. And then see if you can straighten the leg or head in that direction. Again, you might have old injuries. You may have a left side that's weaker than the right. Whatever option you've chosen, hold 3. 2, 1. Bend the knee, keep holding on to kneecap or big toe, open the hip, release the right hand, spread the right fingers. Maybe some of you start to straighten the leg. I always tell my students, this took me 15, 16 years to do this, to straighten my leg, and I still can only hold it for about 5 breaths. So if you're nowhere near, that's why, because it's ridiculously hard. One more inhale and exhale. Bend the leg. Woo! Grab the ankle. Heel to top of thigh or calf. Right thumb to heart center. Press it so you've got that direct connection with the body. Press the heel. Release the hands. Press hands together. Use your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tree. So you flow the breath, you can move the body as long as the eyes and head are focused. When the eyes are focused, the mind is focused. So trees aren't still, they're wobbly, but if you get too wobbly, so you're out of control, then just safely make your way out. Maybe pop yourself back in, maybe that's enough for today. I'm going to hold for 2 more. And then when you're ready, press the hands together to activate and stabilize your shoulders. And then lift the foot off, leg to center, leg down. Release the palms, Tadasana. Absolutely fantastic. Shake it off, come to the top of the mat, feet wide, push the bum back, arms up, slowly lower down the tailbone, keeping knees wide, or just sit down if this isn't available to you. Sweep the hands back. Now I'm going to shoot the heels of the feet up to the ceiling and just rock forward. I always do it a couple of times and testing, how does it feel? Am I in the mood today? Have I got enough energy? And then if I have, I don't know how well this will translate. Some of you will know this. This is to stay on hips. So as you roll back, you have one leg straight and then you drop the other heel to the groin and roll forward. So you'll eventually land with one leg straight and one knee bent. And then from there, so notice I lean back, I'm holding my hands, I lean back. As I lean forward and bend this front knee, I'm going to switch on my glutes to bring myself up. Then I'm going to push them back, roll back, and switch legs. So now I've got this leg straight, this leg bent. I'm going to lean my weight back and forward to come up. Do that a couple of times. If you can't get up today, please don't worry. Please keep coming back. So these are the functional movements that help you to put your own shoes on for as long as possible. You know, it's not done. Yoga it's a serious practice. It's to keep you fit and healthy. The idea is that if you aren't fit and healthy, you are asking other people to look after you. Whereas if you take responsibility and be fit and healthy, you are available to look after other people. That's the principle of a lot of what we're doing. When you've done a few, you can make your way back down. Take your feet as wide as the mat, palms face the floor, press the lower back into the mat, keep the knees wide, and start to squeeze the bum cheeks together. So the glute muscles squeeze together, the pelvis presses forward up to the ceiling. Don't be aggressive in the lower back. Close the eyes, hold for 3. Keep squeezing those glute muscles, active through the legs. 2. And 1. Very slowly lower down. Make sure you're comfortable. Again, I don't know how this one's going to work translating, but I'm going to give it a go. Take your right leg up. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. And now drop your right knee to the floor. You're going to roll your belly. Keep your legs how they are. You're going to roll yourself and see if you can lift up. So this is a lower back stretch. It might be too much for some of you, might not. And then just soften, roll back to your back, leg up, leg down, do anything you might need to do to feel okay. And then try the other side. Left leg up, cross the ankle over the knee, drop knee to the floor, keeping that connection, roll over, hands to the mat, almost like cobra, lift up. Good, taking a breath or so there. And then slowly lower down, roll to your back, left foot up, left foot down. I'm going to do one more. So roll all the way over to your belly. Again, this isn't something we've done online before. You're going to roll to your belly, lie on your belly, and bring your right knee to 90. Now you're going to press the hands down under the shoulders and lift up the chest. This might be intense enough. If not, see if you can take your left hand through the arm, cup the knee, slowly lower the shoulder to the floor, and sweep this arm over. Oh, it's so intense. Do what you can. We're just going to hold for a breath or so. To come out, I'm going to bring this back arm up. Press one hand down to release the other one, and then straighten that leg back. Shake out the legs, maybe rock side to side. If something felt wrong, like you haven't been mindful and not in person, then just do a very, very mild version. So this time, left knee up to 90. Press the hands, lift the chest. Feel that stretch in the lower back. In fact, I found it easier on one side compared to the other. So now I'm going to press my left hand in, release my right hand, cup the knee, slowly lower down, and sweep that arm over. Hold 2, 1, hand back over, press the hand, lift the chest, release the other arm, straighten the leg, shake it off, roll back to your back on the mat, maybe lifting up briefly to a familiar pose of a bridge pose a couple of times. I've just gone up and down a couple of times. And then you can do knees side to side. So keeping your shoulders on the mat, back ribs on the mat, isolate through the waist, using the weight of your legs to create these mini outer hip stretches. Connecting back to those big breaths. And then you can pause, knees to chest, cup the kneecaps with the hands, and then let the legs go. So don't be holding the knees and be active in the legs. Let the hands take control. You have a couple of options. Either you start to circle the knees out to the side, or maybe you just press thigh to belly, maybe you rock side to side, or if you have lower back issues, you push the knees away and then you squeeze them back. Then you push them away and squeeze them back, following the flow of your breath if you can. One more big inhale and exhale. And then pause, release the hands, lower down the feet. Options for Shavasana: legs extended, palms face the ceiling. Feet together, knees out to the side. Feet wide, knees touching in the center. Whatever option you choose, allow the body to lift itself up and replace itself onto the mat until it finds its place of comfort. When it stops fidgeting, close your eyes. As you start to bring softness to the face, soften the shoulders, soften the throat, and soften the jaw. Tiny gap between the lips and a bigger gap between the teeth. Remove the tongue from the back of the teeth or the roof of the mouth as you start to soften the corners of the eyes. Soften the corners of the mouth and broaden and soften the space between your eyebrows, almost like the eyebrows are melting off the side of the face. And as you keep this blankness, keep the gap between your teeth, and now train your mind to observe the inhales and exhales of your breath as you allow it to flow freely in and out of all of the tissues and cells in the body. Enjoy having to do absolutely nothing apart from be yourself. And I will talk you around in a few minutes. So just let When you're ready, gently start to move the head to one side before bringing it back to center and then over to the opposite side. Repeating this a couple of times, start to wriggle fingers and toes. And then as you keep the calmness of the breath, the stillness of the mind, draw knees together and roll to your right hand side, pausing briefly before making your way up to any seated position of your choice. Once you're seated, sit up tall, hands to heart center, close your eyes. As the tailbone draws very subtly down towards the mat, allow the heart to lift up. Hands pressed together gently, corners of the elbows lift. Without yanking the head or neck, just allow the chin to hang naturally towards your chest. Eyes are closed, but gazing towards your heart center as you send your breath up and down the spine. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. That was a fantastic lunchtime practice. Well done for making it all the way through. And thanks again to Cambridge Biomedical Campus for putting on these community classes for staff and community for free. Please spread the word if there's anyone out there who you know would benefit from coming to these classes. Have a really good sunny Wednesday, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Good to see you all. Take care.